All right, so this is a weird thing because I didn't mean to stop the video. Push the wrong button. Anyway, so I'm walking back. So we don't live, our place, it overlooks Salinas Beach. And Salinas means salt, and that's why they named this town Salinas, because like there, as a crow flies a few miles, there's an old salt mine. Salt's an interesting thing. You know, if, like marathon runners, if you don't have enough salt, that can kill you. Having too much salt can kill you. Wars have been fought for salt. It's true, look it up. But, so right here, we got some people playing right there. They're playing pickleball. You know, when I was a kid, growing up, we called it paddleball. It was the same thing, different ball. And it wasn't on, you know, I think it was the same. It looked the same. But it was weird. It was a winter sport. The place that we used to play had heaters underneath. They were raised, and it had like, I don't know what the court was made of, but there were heaters beneath it. So there was never any snow there. So even if it was freezing, snow was everywhere. If you played on the court, you were warm. It was pretty cool. But boy, this is such a pretty place. So anyway, been saying a lot lately that I think there's a lot more that that we have in common, you know, than makes us different. So pretty incredible place. But anyway, I was saying earlier, I have so many people that have been emailing me, something's happening. And there are a lot of people that feel it. Because I read your emails. And you know who you are. Oh boy, it's pretty. It was so funny when I asked Amy. I said, and not that I want storms, you guys, but I kind of like gnarly weather once in a while, you know? And I said, are there any like cyclones here or like really? And she's like, yeah, no. She said years ago, when El Nino, I don't know if it was El Nino or El Nino. I can't remember because the Chris Farley skit got me all confused. I don't know which one it was, but she said that during the El Nino phenomenon that there were several storms. But the place we're moving into is, considering how old the age of the city, it's relatively new. When I say relatively new, I mean it's 25 years old. It's not that new. We couldn't afford something like that. But there's some really sweet people here. But boy, you know, I've had a jaded past. I wasn't always a good guy. I'm trying to be a good guy. I'm not saying that I am, but I'm trying. But I've never experienced anything like this before. Like I can feel, this is the truth, I swear to you, since we've been here, we have not eaten more than we eat once a day. I am never hungry, ever. It's weird. I you know, like when I was home, I'd eat, if I ate, didn't usually eat breakfast, but if I did, like I was hungry by noon. And then I was like hungry by 6. What Tommy and I have been doing, like I'm a caveman, you guys. I sleep when I'm tired, I eat when I'm hungry. So we don't really have that kind of a schedule. It's not like, hey, it's 12:30, let's go eat. You know, he and I are physiologically pretty similar. So I'm like, you hungry? He's like, I was just going to ask you. So we, you know, things are going pretty well. The food is incredible. I mean, it really, really is. And I know it's absurd, but I swear to you, the only meal I've had since we've been here is ceviche. And today we were eating it, and Tommy says, I'm going to ask you a question. And he said, don't shoot out a really quick answer, okay? Think about it before you answer it. He said, back home, can you think of a dish or a meal, whatever, that you could eat for 2 weeks in a row and not get sick of. And I really thought about it. Like when I was in college, I lived on ramen noodle and Chef Boyardee. Like I really did. But I got sick of it. And I can't think of something that I could eat every day and not get tired of it. Now, I promise you, I give you my word, we're just kind of enamored with ceviche, but I give you my word I'll be ordering different stuff and doing some cool food reviews. But sort of fell in love with ceviche. I've had it before. I've had it in the States, you know. Now, I guess there's like some ceviche's like warm, hot, and some ceviche's not. It's just wicked good. So it's been such a surreal experience. Do you want to hear something funny? This is actually very funny. You may not find it funny, I do. Was it this morning? I think it was this morning. If it wasn't this morning, it was yesterday. No, it was this morning. I went downstairs into the hotel to pay him for the day. And he's a very nice guy. I found out his name is David. Super nice person. Very, very nice, you know. And anyway, he said, "Como te llamo?" And I know that. And I said, "Johnny." And here's the funny thing. It's the first time I've been here almost, what day is it? I don't know what day it is, but I've been here since the 18th. They didn't know what our name was. When we checked in, they never asked me for an ID. They never asked me for a credit card for, you know, like you always have to do in America. I said, "How much for a night?" He told me. I handed him the money. He handed me the keys and he pointed at the room. And today, after almost 2 weeks of being here, he finally asked me my name. Can you imagine that? Like, I've done a lot of traveling in the States, and checking in can take an hour. Checking here took 4 minutes. But life is very different here. I don't know what time it is either because I can't see the time. I'm not wearing a watch, and I don't know. When I walk around on the beach, I don't really wear watches. Until I get a really comfortable lay of the land, I'm not going to really be wearing watches. I don't want to attract, you know. Here's the thing. I've been asked quite frequently, is it dangerous there? And this is what we've been told. Here on the beach, the kind of crime that happens is people stealing your wallet out of your shoe when you're in the water. Or if you have like a apartment on a lower level and you have a bike and you put it on the balcony and you don't, secure it somehow. Sometimes they'll disappear. But that's the crime that takes place, at least where I'm at. Now, if I were to travel 2 miles that way, well, let me just say this. I wouldn't travel 2 miles that way. I wouldn't. But I want you to know something. When I lived in Tucson, there were parts of Tucson that were pretty seedy. There were parts that were just gorgeous, but there were parts of Tucson that were, you wouldn't want to walk around alone, So the nice thing is the street right behind me that runs the main street, it's called the Malecon, which means boardwalk. And on the boardwalk, because that's where the tourism happens, it's patrolled. Like right now, there's 2, 4, 6. I can see 8 police people. I don't know if they're men or women, but I see 8 from where I'm standing. So what they do is, because this is where the tourism is, it's constantly patrolled. And the apartment that we're at has their own security. Now, we've had issues where we're at with the internet upload speeds, they've been not so good. That said, we've been very lucky. Sometimes the connection's bad. If everybody in the hotel is all on the internet at once, it's kind of slow, and sometimes it has trouble. But the apparently, and we haven't tried it yet, but I think it's fiber optic internet in our apartment, so it should be faster. In the event that it's not, there are steps we can take. But one thing that I'm going to do, and this is going to happen every night, is there'll be a video of the ocean. So you can, if you want to look at it, you can, but you can hear the ocean and listen to it if you want to fall asleep to it. And you want to make a difference, you want to help, you can like videos, leave a comment. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, you can do that. But you really want to support, you can fall asleep to the sound of the ocean. We move in on the 30th. However, on the 1st of July, we will be going swimming. Like I kind of went into the water up to my ankles. I couldn't believe how warm it was. It was incredible. That makes sense why the humpback whales come to give birth here. But we're going to go swimming. And then another thing, listen, I got to tell you something. I couldn't bend over and touch my toes if my life depended on it. I'm not very flexible at all. So we're going to start doing yoga every day. I want to get in better shape. I really do. This is where I turned the phone off last time by accident. So I'm going to be doing yoga. And so I'm eating more. I'm eating healthier now. It's all been so interesting. I hope you join me tonight for the live stream. You know what's really funny? I don't think I'm going to have time to upload these today. So more than likely, you'll see these tomorrow. But pretty sure today's Saturday. I'm not sure though. Isn't that terrible? It's funny, it's really weird, I get a lot of looks. People look at me like, who's that dude? But the funny thing is, nobody knows me. I've been recognized once. Can't tell you how nice that is. And I don't want anyone to be offended by that. Anonymity feels pretty good. It's a beautiful thing when someone comes up and says hello and that they like the content. But here's the thing, when you lose that, it's tough. Your privacy is gone. I'm back at the hotel. There's David. He's my friend. He's such a nice guy. He's the guy behind the front desk. He's the one who said that my Spanish, hola. He's the one who said that my Spanish is getting better. He's going to say hi when I walk in. He didn't see me, so we're going to go upstairs and get ready for the stream tonight. Anyway, I'm struggling, you're struggling. I see you. Don't ever give up the fight. Keep a good attitude. Never give up. What else can we do, right? Anyway, thanks for going on that stroll with me. See you guys later. This is Living Abroad. This is like one of the last days I'm going to be here. Tomorrow is my last night here. I'll see you guys later.